Hello everyone, this is BJose32 and I am back. I'm back with another edition of What's on Deck. Back because the last 3 days I was out of town for work, a few hours away, outside the province in Ontario. It was alright. The weather could have been a little bit better, but at least it was nice weather to work in. It wasn't hot. A little bit cool, but not hot, so that was good. It went alright. Unfortunately, I didn't have much time for sightseeing or anything like that. So it's mostly just work and motel. But anyways, I am back. Also, I wanted to mention that Savannah is back. Sack Productions 101C is back. She's back with an unboxing and a review and more to come. So go check out her channel. It's nice to see her back. I've always been a fan of hers. And speaking of which, I also wanted to mention that cards are fun. Alan, he was back after being gone for quite some time, but has decided to step away from playing cards because of too much competition in deck reviews on YouTube, I guess, and he's decided to get into fidget spinners. I don't know what is the big deal with fidget spinners. I don't have any. I don't plan on getting any. Whoop-de-doo fidget spinners. But hey, if people get interested in that and start losing interest in playing cards, and playing cards get less expensive and less popular, I won't complain. Because right now it's bananas, as usual. But if you are looking for playing cards, he is liquidating his collection, so you can check it out. Go talk to him. So let's move on. Let's look at what's going on in the world of cards this week in Kickstarter. There's not a whole lot outside of Kickstarter. So first of all, we got the Air Deck, the Ultimate Travel Point Cards from Air Deck Point Cards. It is very well funded, 14 days to go. I'm not a particular fan of that one myself, just the artistically speaking, it's not that great, and it's weird size and just plastic and all sorts of stuff. So let's move on. Then we got the Bicycle Metal Rattleback Blue Edition from Max Point Cards and Collectible Point Cards. It is funded, 4 days to go. The last version sold out, and it's very hard to find. So if you like it, make sure to get on it before it's too late. The NPC High Gloss decks in gold, silver, and now in bronze from NPC Make Point Cards is also well funded, 11 days to go. Nice colors, check them out. Bicycle Vintage Classic Point Cards from Collectible Point Cards is funded, 20 days to go. I think I mentioned that one last week. I just don't remember. It seems like well, previously they had the Neo Classic, and now they got the Vintage Classic. So it's a new Classic, now it's a Vintage Classic. It's very nice. And now I do remember that I sold this, but it's a very nice deck. I like it. They did a very good job as well with the aging of the deck, of the cards. It's all different. I know some people get very critical when they see the cards that have the wear, the fading, the aging on them, and they're the same on every card, because that's very easy, very simple. It's always nice when they do like that, and it's different on every card. So, moving along, I do recommend checking that one out, and the NPC and the Rattlebacks. Next, we get Cocktails of Cards, Playing Cards for Cocktails by Jason Tseng. That one is funded, 3 days to go. There's just a few minor things that really kind of turned me off of it. Nick's Reds Point Cards from Robert Davis, barring some kind of a miracle. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. It's 44% funded, 27 hours to go. Has not recovered from the $1,500 loss in pledges from one of the resellers, which also makes me a little bit nervous about backing it, because if a reseller was pledging $1,500 and then yanked it away for some unknown reason, makes you wonder why, what that reason was, what Robert did that turned off that reseller and makes me cautious about backing that one. Bicycle Snipers in you want from Magic Trick Store, aka Collectible Cards. 41% funded, 26 days to go. And it's, well, let's just say it's interesting. It'll probably fund in the end. I would not be surprised to see it fund. Obviously printed by USPC, Bicycle Stock and Finish. The Bicycle Stock Air Custom Finish. It has custom pips. That's your back design, borderless. It's like you're looking at, through a sniper's scope. And then you look at the faces, it's more the same, completely custom pips and indexes. Colors are, they actually look pretty good for the indexes and the pips. Like a dark red and a goldish color, golden black. The cord cards, modified, obviously, colors and custom pips. And pretty interesting. It's like you're looking at them through a sniper scope, or whatever you want to call it. And then the number cards, they don't show you some of the number cards like the 10s and the 8s and the 9s. That might get a little bit crowded with all those pips in there. Unless they like zoom out a bit, that's a possibility. The Ace of Spades, pretty nice, custom pip. Very metallic looking. And there's your back designs and your jokers, and it's different. It's nice to see something different. I mean, a lot of the time you see the decks and the jokers are like the same thing, different colors or slightly different variations. This is obviously quite different. They expect to receive the decks by August and immediately begin shipping, which is obviously because they are like right down the street from the USPC now, so they can work very closely with the USPC and they can get stuff being produced. So likely, even if it doesn't fund, it'll be produced and available on the website later on. So check it out if you like it. It's an interesting deck. Moving along, this Zago playing cards from Abilena Art, which I'm pretty sure I mentioned last week. And I know I've mentioned previously before it launched. It's a very nice, colorful deck. 58% funded, 10 days to go. Fingers crossed it funds. It's a very nice deck. It deserves to fund. I noticed that seen a lot more purple colors on the colors, the Lumina. I'm noticing that they're not showing off the blue deck anymore. I'm assuming that they realized they're not going to hit the stretch goal. And okay, well there is the blue one there, but it's not in the main picture, and they're not likely going to hit the stretch goal, unfortunately. But there's always potential for another project. I do like that each suit has its own color scheme in the cord cards. It's very nice. Definitely worth checking out. Definitely recommend it. Then we got Vampire Society playing cards. 3% funded, 38 hours to go. Thank goodness, it's almost done. Hopefully we don't see that again. It's the second time now. And it's not, they can relaunch it as many times as they want. If they don't make any changes, it's not going to fund. Next up, we got the Wild West playing cards, Lawman and Outlaw decks from Justin Troy. Been anticipating this one for like a year now. It's 90% funded, 29 days to go. Didn't roll for some reason. Lots of time to go, but it is slow to fund. Hopefully it picks up some steam. This one definitely deserves to fund. That's a high goal. May or may not make it, but we'll see. The Lawman, the Outlaw deck, they're very nice. Obviously Western inspired. Simple yet completely custom code cards and pips. Pretty interesting aces. It's very nicely done. Can't complain about it. And there's a handmade cigar style playing card box. Only 25 being made. Limited edition. Nice antique silver coin. There's also poker chips. Those are pretty cool. 17 bucks for poker chips. I mean, for a coin. Yeah. The poker chips, though, I'm kind of interested in. It's been a while since I've seen projects for poker chips, and yeah, I like it. It's been a while since I've seen like poker chips and whatnot on a project, and nice ones too. So it's pretty cool. I'll definitely be checking that out. They got some stretch goals that are unmentioned as of yet. So hopefully it funds. Definitely check it out. Next up, Old West Guns playing cards by Gwebs. Funded, 8 days to go. I really have no interest in that. Hanami Hanafuda and Poker Point Cards was relaunched by Indian Wolf Studios. It is 82% funded, 23 days to go. Just a matter of time before it funds. The official Sci-Fi Angels card set number 2 by John Daniel Taylor is 95% funded, 3 days to go. Looks like it's going to make it somehow. I don't know how he's managing to get so much money for crap. And other projects like Justin Freud's project is not getting anywhere. I mean, it's ridiculous. Next, we got Barata Playing Cards by Sunish Chaba. Very nice deck. It is funded, 23 days to go. I highly recommend checking it out, obviously. It's a very nice one. I've mentioned it before. I'm going to show it to you again very quickly. The loads. Very colorful. Actually, I wanted to double check because I want to know about this tarot oracle stuff that they were doing. Oh yeah, so they reached $14,000, which I'm not sure they're gonna hit, but it's a beautiful deck nonetheless. I recommend checking it out. Very nice. There's actually a similar style one coming soon, which I'll get to from Noor Arts, Woman Kotiv. And next we have another new one. It's Foliage Playing Cards by Ace of Clubs, Magic, and Cards. 21% funded, 28 days to go. I know I mentioned this one previously. Before it launched, I give it a heads up. Being printed by Legends, designed by Nick Vlau, who's done some work for Legends like the Knowledge Playing Cards. It's a pretty nice, simple, traditional, classic type back design. Apparently it's being printed on an elite cut finish, and the far superior classic finish is a stretch goal. Oh well, that really turns me on. Let's produce it with a mediocre finish, and then a far superior finish will be a stretch goal. There's going to be 55 cards, 2 jokers, and a double backer, which is pretty interesting because usually you only see 54 cards in decks printed by Legends or Experts, so he's going a little bit above and beyond with that. Recolored standard court cards. Nice ace. They came up with a custom Ace of Clubs because that's their name. Ace of Clubs playing cards. Nice tuck case. It's a pretty simple deck. Apparently also there's a stretch goal for Amazon.com. Is that Amazon.com's fulfillment? Oh, available. So if they hit $12,500, it'll be available on Amazon.com. In which case, it makes me wonder why I would want to back the project in the first place if it's going to be available elsewhere. Synthetic paper tuck case at $15,000. Limited edition decks at $17,500. A sticker at $20,000. I see he's got a lot of thanks here. Lawrence from Legends, Amanda from Expert, Nick Blau, Magic Orthodoxy, the Cardists, Dan from Art of Play. Where is VJose32? How come these other guys got decks like to review and I did not? Makes me even less interested in backing it since they didn't want my support in the first place. $12. plus shipping. It is a bit pricey for a fairly standard deck, I will say. But it's a nice deck and definitely worth having a look at. Doesn't say who's doing. Oh, fulfillment is being done by Art of Play. I see. So okay, I could always get it later on. Bicycle Essentials playing cards by Nathan's Pragmatic Magic. 5% funded, 19 days to go. I don't see it happening just because the goal is excessively high. Next, we have another new one. Ginny playing cards by Zach Mirza. It is 35% funded, 40 days to go. Looks like there's a pretty good chance this one will make it. I do like it. It's inspired by Arabian legend. It's different. It's unique. That's always cool. The total $12 plus shipping, but I think shipping was a lot less. Or maybe not. Very nice cord cards and whatnot, as you can see, and jokers. There's the Ace of Spades. The back design, beautiful, nice details, but yet kind of classic and traditional looking at the same time. Very, user friendly. Barely he's a magician, but also an artist. So it makes sense that he would produce it. I guess the black gold edition apparently. Series A, that's kind of copying, was it David Blaine a little bit. Series A, Series B. Nice jokers. And we get onto the cards. There's your court cards. Beautiful, Arabian, Persian. This, the Zach of Spades, apparently that's going to be changed. And apparently, I guess it's supposed to be him, I guess, I don't know. Apparently it's going to be the Zach of Spades in the final product. I know a lot of people, including myself, are like, we don't want, there's no reason for you to change the Jacks to Zacks because that's your name. It makes no sense. It doesn't fit the theme, and it seems kind of tacky. Being printed by the USPC, so that's awesome. Quality stock and finish, custom seal. Apparently he's got stretch goals for blue and red at $40,000 and $80,000. That is freaking ambitious. There's no way in hell he's going to get $40,000, never mind $80,000. That's absolutely ridiculous. There's no chance in hell that's going to happen. He's lucky if there's funds because the shipping costs apparently are absolutely ridiculous in this project. Just saying, if you're, outside Canada, I guess he's Canadian because it's Canada there. If you're outside Canada, you're outside the US, the shipping costs are kind of ridiculous, especially the more decks you buy, from what I've read on the forums. So definitely, that hurts it a lot. Oh yes, he's Canadian. So, I mean, it's a nice deck. I like the theme. I'm into it. And, since he's in Canada, if he doesn't deliver, if it funds and he doesn't deliver, I can hunt him down. Well, just kidding. I wouldn't do that. But yeah, I like it. But I think his stretch goals are ridiculous and not going to happen in a million years. Classic Console, second edition by Infabled. Funded, 57 hours to go if you want it. Make sure you check it out before it's too late. Then we got Trump by Eric Asadorian. 20% funded, 19 days to go. Not going to happen from the looks of it, which is good. And I don't know why anyone wanted a deck like this. I mean, there's no creativity or artistic ability in that whatsoever. It's just copying and pasting pictures and whatnot onto faces of decks. And that just is really just lazy and lackluster and whatnot. And on top of that, Trump, his stock as president of the U.S. and whatnot is down the toilet, down the shitter. It's just, it's not good. His popularity ratings are buried. His career is going downhill as president. And why would you want to try to, get a project, fund a project based on him when he is so unpopular and disliked. It's not going to happen. There's like a million projects on Kickstarter that are Trump inspired or Trump named. There's another one right there. They're not getting any, two more actually right there. It's ridiculous. They're not funded. Moving on though, the font deck by Ben Barrett Forrest, funded, 19 days to go. And I apologize if I'm yapping as usual, on and on and on. And then there is, of course, the collage deck, Strain Wars collage deck. That's also not happening. Still 16% funded, 7 days to go. And I bet it will be 16% funded 7 days from now in my next video when it ends. Mandala prototype deck by Iverson is 21% funded, 11 days to go. Also not looking good, but it has such a small goal that it is possible it might fund. Very small possibility. And then there's one I wanted to mention that you can see on United Cards. Not really anything lately from Illusionist or Fury 11 or Expert or anything like that. I should mention the Tally Hole Pearl Edition from King's Wild is shipping, so that's on the way if you ordered it. This is the one I wanted to mention. By the way, as far as the Sins playing cards are concerned from Giovanni, I was a little bit disappointed to see the last update where they are being printed in China now, or they are being printed in China. He never specified where it was being printed, but now he says they're being printed in China. There's all sorts of stuff like that. I'm going to have to check all that out later. But let's move on. So this is the Mantle Point cards from Noir Arts, Roman Culti. Very nice, obviously Indian inspired, nice court cards, even though they were one-way court cards. Not such a big fan of the black deck. This is launching the 20th, I think. Either tomorrow, either Monday or Tuesday, sometime early this week. Does it say on there? But let's check it out. Interesting fonts that they've used, obviously. Two different decks. Nice colors on the faces. Although I have to wonder why it is that you see the spades and the clubs and the diamonds seem to have two different colors for the pips. Oh, I get what it is. It's the 10, obviously it's all going to be solid color. For the 7, you're only showing 7 pips in the solid color, in the one color, etc., etc. Which is ironically very similar to the Divine Art deck from Sinish Chaba. He did the same thing with the pips, the colors of the pips. Also, okay, yeah, sorry, the second deck has mirror image code cards, as you can see. Nice, interesting aces. They definitely got like a flower motif point on there. Back designs are pretty nice. Jokers are pretty nice. There's the other deck, the one-way court card deck. Those are the aces. It's a very nice looking deck. That's a very nice, pretty back design. But then we get to this one, the Odd Hayat Mika, or Eternal Realm deck. It's gold and black and kind of silver. It's okay. The artwork is nice. It's a very nice tuck case, but the spade and club pips really don't do well on that background. And same with the colors of the quote cards. I do hope they modify that somehow. But for $4,000 goal, they are likely to fund. But that is it. That's all I got for you this week. I did know something as well, actually. Oh, okay, no, it worked. On collectibleplayingcards.com and sure other sites as well, the Juggler Playing Cards by Julio Ribera that was just on Kickstarter very recently are now available there, and $20 each. They're sold out, actually, as I mentioned. They're sold out, but they were available there. And I have to question or wonder how they're available when the project just funded. There's no way they've been produced as of yet, unless they were already in production before the project even ended or even started, which makes me wonder why going the whole Kickstarter route in the first place. Music Box playing cards, by the way, also available. Quite pricey, as you can see, but nice. They've been getting a lot of the Penguin Magic decks, as you can see as well. That is that. Make sure you check them out. Use the code VISA32 to save 10% on your order. If you do, comment, rate, subscribe, of course. Let me know what you think. I'll see you next time with more. And yeah, see ya. I can get this to pause. Alright, see ya.